Okay, I was super wronged from where I come from. What I would like to do is to take care of my parents. I mean, not really, but I mean, I can. I mean, how I ever talk to, okay, proof that I can get along with my parents is I talked to pretend a lot narcissist for a whole year, approximately. I'm not sure. He picked me up from Delaware, and I do not know the date. Okay, how can I, with all the trauma that I've been through? So anyway, and it's just too much. Okay, but I was able to keep, communicate peacefully with this nightmare. I mean, I'm trying to keep my cool that I never ever raped my son. Okay. I can take care of my parents as long as they never falsely accuse me of all the shit that he does. That oh, you make up things, you're crazy. Okay, sorry, mom and dad, that you were harmed the way you harmed me. And that's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. Sorry, mom and dad, that you harmed me the way I was harmed. And, oh well. There's no pieces to pick up. The hatchet is buried, and I'm an okay person. I'll take care of you. My dad, the last time I visited, my dad's like driving, and he shouldn't be driving. Okay, I think my mom is able to drive. Actually, she dropped me off at Mustard Park, so she is capable of driving. I do not think my dad is capable. He looks older. Both of my parents are old, of course, and they need help. And if I was in charge over them, I'd be okay to them. I'd be like, hey, Dad, like, this is your allowance, like, whatever. My boys live there, so they should have driver's licenses, and they should be driving my old parents around. That's the best. Like, why not? They're too old. But my mom still is able to drive. I'm not sure about my dad. Okay, I wouldn't. And, I wouldn't trust him driving. But I trust my mom driving. And, just, I would maybe try to exorcise, the two demons out of the house. But, oh well, there's demons there. Try to be out of the house. Both my boys work. That's a good thing. Okay. If you're aware that your house is haunted, then, you can, like, deal with it. Like, maybe you want to, I don't know. I wouldn't know how to, I mean, you just don't stay in the house all day long. There was a couple that, the girl was overweight, so what? And, they were happily married. They were. And then they moved into a haunted house, and she started being really mean to him and just not do anything the whole day. And her husband said, I think it's the house. I really do. It's the house. Because you weren't like this before we moved in. You gotta get out of here. Like, he'd come home from work, and none of the dishes were all piled up. She didn't have any meal for him. She didn't eat the day. You shut up. You leave me alone. And he's like, I worked all day. Like, why do I have to, do your housework for you? There you go, put me down again. And you're like, honey, I really do think it's the house. You're in this house the whole day, and you were fine. You were great before we got married, but, like, now it's really bad. And I'm not sure what happened to that story. Maybe he was able to, stay at a friend's house. Usually people say, oh, is there a family member? Not in my case, but maybe in their case. You know, just temporarily stay at the friend's house, stay at the family's house, stay somewhere that's not that house. That totally made her super, super depressed. I mean, she didn't do anything. It's just like, you know, you gotta get out of the house. And that's the way I feel where my kids live at. So seriously, I could take care of my parents, like, without fighting them or anything. And, you know, just be civil, be like, my dad, you know, has a problem, always had a problem with money. It's just like, okay, you know, like, hey, you know you can't drive, and, you know, one of my boys that gets their driver's license, he'll drive you, like, you have to appoint them the days of the week that you want to go these places, whatever you're doing, you know. But yeah, I saw my dad one. I mean, he could barely make it up the stairs. He's so old, and he's just, it is awful. Like, my kids should be driving my parents around because they're not in good shape. But yeah, especially my dad. He could easily get in a car accident and kill somebody. So that's a good reason to, and it would be all his fault. He used to sleep. Why he was retired early from Lancaster newspapers? Because he fell asleep. They find him sleeping. They're like, nah, we're retiring, you know, 62, you're retired. Because, yeah, they're not going to deal with that. Yeah, like, well, isn't George supposed to be in the office? Where? Oh, he's sleeping down there in the lunchroom. Nah, they can't. Nah, he got fired. Yeah. You know, it was his retirement age, so he just retired early. Whatever. You know, I just thought would be the most positive thing. I mean, all along, I wanted to sleep in the hallway on the third floor. I'm the same as, you know, my kids. They don't want to be around my parents, so, you know, they're separated. They sleep on the third floor. It'd be cool if, you know, I'd have enough money, put a bathroom up there. The bathroom downstairs doesn't work. Well, I don't know. Put a bathroom on the third floor so my boys don't have to go all the way to the kitchen to go to the bathroom. Maybe put a sink up there too. Whatever. Help out the house. But then it's haunted. Well, then, you know, don't be in it for the majority of the time, because it's haunted. I mean, as long as you know that a place is haunted, then you kind of try your best to stay away from it. So yeah, video again. Yes, I can take care of my children's supposedly caretakers. That's the name of this video.